Hello everybody, welcome back to Simulated Heaven, and we are in a new game, European Ship Simulator, which I believe came out yesterday or maybe the day before. This is a game which is in early access, so of course it will get developed over a longer period of time, and obviously right now it's quite a low quite a basic game at the moment that of course they're going to add to. Anyway, without further ado, let's start the game. So because this is an early access, we only have 3 options for missions here. Let's do the first one, the tugboat, which is I believe in Dover. It says, "Good morning, Captain, let's tug that vessel in the port. Start by undocking and leaving the port." Okay. Now, one of the things they've really improved in this game over other ship simulator games that I've seen is that the interior modelling in particular is really amazing. I mean, you can really see that the textures they've used are really high quality, even on the handles of the thrusters. You know, they all have really good detail. You can see there's a weathering effect on the windows, which looks awesome. Like, everything that I look at inside here looks like it's high res and has a, you know, a good level of quality, which is amazing. It's really good, and that's a really good thing for me to see, because I played other ship simulator games like Ship Simulator Extremes, that's Ship Simulator Search and Rescue and all that, and I mean the modelling of the boats themselves were never as good as this. This is really nice looking, and also the water effects are also pretty awesome, which you'll see obviously later. One thing that's slightly disappointing right now, although it is in early access, is the environments around, like the actual environmental graphics, as you can see, are very, very basic, and they do very much remind me of Ship Simulator Extreme's environmental graphics, or even that Ship Simulator Maritime Search and Rescue. All of those games have very similar styles of environmental graphics, so this is kind of an area I hope they do work on, you know. In the next few months, or however long it takes them to develop this game. Now I'm using the WASD keys to try to control the boat. You can actually use the controls, like you can actually control each individual thruster if you would like to, but unless you have a controller that, you know, works for that, it would be quite hard, I think, to do that. So the WASD controls seem to work quite well, as you'll see. So let's head off. Now, one of the things I've had issues with when I've played other ship simulator games is ultimately you don't really spend a lot of time in them, because you end up feeling quite bored quite quickly, because the environments of being out in the ocean or even sailing along a river, usually in these games the environments are not interesting enough to keep you interested and involved in that, if you know what I mean. Obviously with like ETS2 you see a lot of really, really interesting scenery as you're driving, for example, so that makes you feel interested even if you have to do a long journey. But if you have to do a long journey in this game, or I can't really say about this game yet, it's too early, but in other ship simulator games, when I've had to do longer journeys, they can be rather boring, because the sense of speed in a boat is quite low, and when the environments don't look interesting, you kind of get bored, if you know what I mean. So I'm kind of hoping, and that was one of the reasons as well why I mentioned the environmental graphics in my opening, because I do think that's going to be a really important thing. If they can improve the graphics of the environments and make it more interesting, then I think that will make the actual act of playing a ship simulator more interesting in general, if you know what I mean. We can turn off the garish green arrow for now, because we do know where we're headed. I might turn it back on in a minute. But at least the interior graphics are a good start, and hopefully they're a sign for things to come, you know. Oh look, so we can have a light on. That's cool, because it is starting to get a bit dark, isn't it? And it would appear that a lot of the things here are clickable. Maybe not a lot. There are some things in the cabin that seem to be clickable. Actually, not a lot is clickable, from what I can see. Obviously, the main controls are clickable. Okay, now I'm going to turn the garish green arrow back on as we're getting close to it, and then I'll see where the next point is. Now, I suppose the only other way they can make you feel less bored on a long journey in a ship simulator is maybe if they give you more tasks or jobs that you have to do. Hang on. Excellent. Now move towards the bulk carrier marked on the map. Okay. Move towards the bulk. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so for example, if you had to do other tasks on the boat, I don't know. I mean, not sure that I would say cleaning the deck of the boat, but I don't know. There must be other things they can actually, where you would have to. Whoa! Look at the buoyancy is crazy. Look, that's awesome. Yeah, like if they could somehow give you other tasks, you had to walk around the boat and do other things during a journey. If you could have it on autopilot or something, and then you walk around and you have to do other tasks, maybe that would kind of keep it more interesting. Yeah, because like I said, that's what I found very often with these kind of ship simulators in the past. I really don't feel that interested during a long journey, because you're just basically seeing ocean all of the time. Or even, like I said, even if you're on a river, the graphics are not that great, so you're not interested even when you're in a river. Like I believe a long time ago on this channel I played River Simulator, and that was a prime example. It was just so boring. It was just so boring. It just had no, you know, there was just nothing interesting about the environments, and you had to do quite long journeys in that. It really was not interesting at all. So yeah, hopefully they find a way of making this game more compelling, because that would be great. Because, you know, certainly there is the potential there of making a really cool game for a ship simulator. So let's see. Now I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be to tug this thing, and I don't know how it's going to work, to be honest, but we'll see. I've never actually had to attach a tugboat to a big boat before, so we'll see. Let's go into the outside view, maybe, just yeah, might help me a bit. So it would help. Oh, I think you can click and show the last mission. Okay, after stopping your ship, press the tug button. Okay, so Oh crap. Is that now in reverse? We don't really want it in reverse, do we? No. Press the tug button, I think it said. Let's read that again. After stopping your ship, press the tug button. Then you have to switch to orbit camera and click one of your ship's tug points. Okay, oh, I see now. So this thing is a tug point. And then let's tug it onto this point. There we go. So that's quite easy to do, actually. I'm not sure how it's going to go with the tug. Well done. Tug the ship to the port entrance. Whoa, 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 whoa. So let's see if we can do this without messing up. Okay, we just need to tug it over here, it seems. I can't... Oh. I seem to be quite easily confused when it comes to the controls of the tug. Oh, I should be looking at the blue thing. You see the blue thing? The blue, you know there's 4 bars on the like underneath each of the thrusters when you're in this view. The blue ones at the bottom are telling me the degrees of turn of my thrusters, which is very helpful because I was then getting actually very confused. Knowing where my thrusters were, if you know what I mean, where they were pointing, so that's actually a control that I should be looking at. Whoa, there she is! Wow, that's actually really cool looking, isn't it? All of the weathering on the window and the buoyancy and everything. It does look really cool, and you can see the buoyancy is really quite serious, which is really awesome. You know, there's certainly some really cool water effects being used there, and the wake and everything looks pretty realistic. Now we need to be careful because we're going to have to tug at this big ship over here, and it might be tricky because as you can see it's massive. But I suppose this is a good introductory mission for the game. Kind of shows you the basics, and obviously right now there's only 3 missions, and I would not imagine there's much replay value in that, to be honest, but it'll be interesting to see how fast they update this game. I have a feeling from what I've seen so far from these developers, I have a feeling we're going to be pleasantly surprised, and that they're going to update the game a lot and quite frequently and add quite a lot of cool stuff in the game. That is my impression of them so far, which, if that's the case, is really cool. And I hope that they don't just add loads of boats, but don't improve the features of the game. For example, when I was talking about the environments, you know, it would be nice if they show some kind of commitment to that as well. Now, there's a boat on the way over here, and this is kind of scaring me because this boat is massive, and I don't want to hit. Now, I think we only have to bring it as far as that green marker, which is not right into the port, thank goodness. And I'm now starting to get, again, very confused with where my thrusters are pointing. So let's look at my little blue bars again. Right. Don't know what the best solution is here. We're getting very close to this guy. We're not doing very well. Rather than avoiding him, we're driving right by this guy. Lol. This is kind of funny. Oh my goodness. I'm all over the place. Yeah. I'm finding the controls, and this is not a problem with the game, it's just a problem with using the keyboard controls Finding the keyboard controls a little bit hard to do because, you know, like I said, whoopsie. Now dock the bolt carrier. Whoa, we do have to, what? We have to dock it? Oh no, this is not going to be cool, guys. Right, so obviously the red markers are my revs and the blue one is showing where my thrusters are, so I should pay attention to that and I should be fine. But like I said, using the keyboard I am getting rather confused with these controllers, but maybe with more practice. But I don't know how I'm going to be able to dock this thing. This is going to be hard. Oh well, okay, let's give it some more revs, but I'm going to try not to go too fast because otherwise it's going to end in tears. Like, how do I even dock it? I don't even know. Am I supposed to like use other points on the boat? Maybe? I don't know. It's kind of scaring me, to be honest. It's kind of scaring me. He didn't offer me any more advice, did he? No. Right. Okay, if we go ahead here. Hopefully it's not going to ask me to try to dock the boat perfectly. Hopefully, because if it wants me to dock the boat perfectly, we're going to be screwed. Because there's not much chance of me being able to pull this perfectly into place. I think as well, I was getting, because I'm in the exterior view, I think I was getting a bit disoriented when I had the camera move like this, and then I was trying to like turn and stuff. I was kind of confusing myself slightly with that as well. But yeah, like I said, the more that I play this game, I'm sure the better I will get at that. I mean, certainly I would say my first impressions are good, but like I said, it does rely on what they can do in the future. I really do hope they can find a way in the future to, you know, improve some of the things I was talking about. Okay, so I really hope it's not going to want me to pull it right onto that yellow arrow, because if it does, we're screwed, because I seriously don't think I'm going to be able to pull that boat onto the yellow arrow. I don't know though, I could be wrong, I could be underselling myself. Right, let's get rid of that annoying marker now, because it's right in my way. I don't know. But I'm going to ground my own boat in the process, it seems. Lol. Is it happy with that? Come on, it's got to be happy with that. Maybe. No, it seems like it's not happy with that. Okay, let's get rid of the tugs. So I wonder if I can just push... Oh no, there you go. Mission successful! Nice job, Captain. Yay! So yeah, I was kind of getting in the point where I thought I might have to play around with the boat a bit more, but no, that seemed to work. So there you go, guys. That's the first mission for this game. I think I'm going to do all 3 missions, do a video for each one, and then from then on we'll just see, and I'll only do more videos on the game if and when it develops further. And when I say that, I'll probably only do videos when it's quite a major step forward, if you know what I mean. So thank you for watching this video, and of course, like always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.